A cult is more confusing because they'll still talk about Jesus and say that they're Christian, but what they mean is often very, very different.
For the guy that just got saved, knows nothing about Christianity, doesn't know about all the jargon and words and terms, what's the difference between a religion, a denomination, and a cult?
So yeah, think of it like, local, state, national borders and boundaries. So if you don't believe in the Trinity, one God in three persons, if you don't believe Jesus is fully God, fully man, born of Mary, lived without sin, died on the cross, rose from the dead, then if you don't believe that, you've crossed over a boundary. Now you're in another religion or a cult.
Okay.
You're not Christian.
Yep.
Now, if you believe these sort of closed-handed things that the church creeds have agreed on and debated over and, resolved to over the course of, decades, or actually millennia, if you're in there, then you're a Christian. Then, well, what kind of Christian? A Baptist is like a state line, Assemblies of God, Presbyterian. We're all still Christians. It's kind of just different states in the union. And then the question becomes, well, is like Mormonism or Jehovah's Witnessism, are they part of the church, or did they cross a boundary and are no longer the church? And the difference in the confusion between a world religion and a cult, a world religion doesn't start as quasi-Christian and doesn't claim to be.
Yeah.
So like if you're a Hindu, you believe in, I don't know what it is, 130 million gods. They never claim to be Christians. Muslims never claim to be Christians. Baha'is, Confucianism never claim to be Christians. That's very clear. For those that start sort of quasi-Christian, but then change the beliefs, which is what Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses do, they're a cult. And the difference is a cult is more confusing because they'll still talk about Jesus and say that they're Christians. But what they mean by the defining of terms is often very, very different.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we put up a chart on X, and it was the difference between Mormons and Christians. And all the people were like, well, I like our sales pitch better. That made me laugh.
Yeah, well, they're acknowledging like these are two different groups. So within Christianity, if you're looking for a church, there's Catholic, there's Protestant, and there's Orthodox is the general three categories and groups. And we all agree on the closed-handed essential issues. And we are a Christian family. There's diversity within that family, but they're all Christians. So Catholics that love Jesus are our brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, because I think that would be a big one for everyone. There's a surge for Catholic churches right now. A lot of Catholics are Christians.
Yeah, and their beliefs are Christian. Protestant, Catholic, Orthodox. We have some open-handed issues that we would disagree on, but on the closed-handed essentials, we do agree. And so you can be a faithful, Jesus-loving Christian in a Protestant, Catholic, or Orthodox church. You cannot be if you are in a Mormon or Jehovah's Witness church and actually believing what the church teaches. There are some sweet people that are in those cults that don't even know what they believe and just think that they're a Christian denomination. And that's a confusion. Yeah,
for sure. Well, that's really helpful. I think the more we can just educate the new believer, that's what we want to do here at Real Faith.
Yeah, and look for if you want to look for one issue, the Trinity. One God, three persons, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. When I co-authored the doctrine book, which is Systematic Theology, I made that the first chapter, like the Trinity. And Mormons don't believe in the Trinity. Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe in the Trinity. Muslims, Baha'i, Confucianism, they don't believe in the Trinity. The Trinity, like literally, if you want to make one really simple issue, just start with the Trinity, and that decides who's Christian and who's not, because we're talking about who God is. One God in three persons, Father, Son, and Spirit. Thanks for watching this video. It's a great honor to help you learn the Bible. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I promise you there'll be more to come.